Yeah.
Shouldn't mind.
I haven't received anything, they haven't received anything that, because they would have asked me.
Yeah, no, we don't know the code deputy did too.
I got it.
You did? Well, at least let me know.
No,
Oh, that's
you're
good.
gonna
You
want
really?
it
Okay.
back.
Wait, what?
So you got all this stuff figured out?
Sure.
Got it figured out that it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, there you go. Lord, thank you for this day you've given us. Thank you for the rain you brought our way, Lord. Be with us at this meeting. Help us at the corner of your will. Be with us throughout this week. Lead, guide, and direct us. In Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good evening. This time, any person with business before the court not scheduled on the agenda may speak to the court. No formal action will be taken on these items at this meeting. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes. All right, see no takers. Inter-precinct project schedule and staffing.
We're late. It's wet out there.
doing some sand and stuff. That's it. And it's really too wet.
We did get the pad for the building for the golf course finished.
Good.
Got it sprayed with Fox Hill and reset the propane tank. So we're getting closer.
Good deal. Good deal. I think he said that should be coming in today.
The building
Today.
was
Yeah.
it today? Okay, he said this week. So
Yeah.
so I didn't know.
All right, anything further? All right, next, under old business, which probably should be, no, I guess it would be old business, it's accept bids for old jail. Anybody got a pocket knife? We got 2 bids.
Oops. I don't have a pocket knife, but I really did. You got your pocket knife. I'll sit there next. You good at it? He said it's in your reach pocket. Hey, it works. Here.
Is that a bid? All right, we have a bid for 45,000. Purchase old Scurry County Jailhouse. And this one. All right, well, it says, please accept this letter as our intent to bid on the old jail building. We would like to express our interest in the amount bid of, it says $5,200, then spelled out $5,200. So these funds can be deposited, certified, or via bank cashier. I was thinking of saying 50,000, but it's not. It's $5,200. So the high bid looks like it's gonna be 45,000. So let's talk about that in just a minute before we accept one or deny it, whatever way we're gonna go. I've done some research on the old jail and how it stands as far as historical. There's a historical marker, which has no impact on the building whatsoever. It has never been listed as a historical site. However, it could be listed as a historical site. When talking to the bidders on that, let me back up, talking to the historical commission, called them directly and asked them if there's a process. They said yes. What needs to be done? It's an application and anybody can apply for it, whether you're the owner or not. What they look at is the exterior of the building. They want to keep it historical. The interior, anything that the owner wants to do to it can be done to the interior, as long as the outside of it is. My thought is, since we have the historical commission committee here in Scurry County, we need to appoint a new president of that. Whoever we award the bid to, if we do award the bid, get with them and see if they are willing to agree agree to keep it exterior historical, and us, or me specifically, assist them in the historical committee, assist them in the application to make it a historical site, and that way it stays historical. But that would be the one requirement, is that it would stay historical on the exterior by doing the historical site through the historical commission.
Okay, do we need to rebid it with that stipulation?
No, sir. And I talked to both of those, and they both agreed to that stipulation.
Judge, I make a motion that we accept the 45,000 from Albert Delora. He's done a lot of good things here in Scurry County, and continues to be a part of Scurry County in buildings that he owns. And with the point that he will go through with the working with you with the historical site provision that we talked about.
There you go.
All in favor? Okay, thank you. Now, this one I know is supposed to be under new business, but got in a hurry. Create a text class precinct 1 account. So, let you talk to this.
So, I received $1 million from the solar project out here in northeast part of the county, and I had that put into 2 different accounts, hoping that I would be able to refurbish 1105 and the other roads, start on it at least, and have that money there. That's not going to happen. I'm very sure of that for this year especially, and so I'd like to move that money into a text class account to gain interest on it until we're able to use it. I don't think the zipper won't be here now. They're telling me until sometime in January. And so every day that could be bringing more money. There's also supposed to be an additional $2.8 million that is coming in within the next month or so. And I'd like to be able to put that in there as well until we're able to use it. And as we use it, then of course, until we use it, we'll actually be gaining that extra money for interest.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If you've got that much money, why did you not pay the difference on the zipper?
What do you mean? Why didn't I pay the difference?
Instead of taking that out of reserves?
We hadn't paid anything on the zipper
I
yet,
know,
but
but.
we've all used the zipper that we've had.
Yeah,
And I can't imagine that we're not all going to use it sometime in the future.
maybe,
And
but
it,
my issue is, when we talked about the zipper, that was what was said, taken out of reserves.
I said that we would all pay for it together out of our budgets that we have going forward.
But,
You want me to pay for it out of the money that's supposed to be for 1105, and
it would
everybody
keep
you
it, it would keep it from taking it out of reserves, because we took $756 from the grant.
I haven't looked at those total balances or everything, but yeah, that's what was, I mean, that was the difference of what was going to be submitted and what I did submit. But there's been other, I mean, I don't know where y'all's fund balance is currently, on Fund 15. Because, I mean, it's the beginning of the year. So I do know he has not used, the $1 million is there and it hasn't been used. I did check the accounts just to be sure before anything was done.
Well, that's my issue, for now.
I don't know what that has to do with me moving the money into the text class account.
There's 5 of us here, we all got an opinion.
Oh, well, that's true. I mean, so you're saying that if I buy the zipper out of that money, that you would allow me to put the rest of it in the text class account?
Yeah, pretty much.
But the zipper the zipper won't be paid for until 2025. He is asking to put the money in the text class account now so that it can start gaining interest, a higher interest. The bank interest is not high, so it would get a higher amount of interest starting now. If the court approved that, it would go into it now. There would be the stipulations, just like you do the EMS and the airport one. And then with the additional 2.8 potential when that came in, he's requesting to have those, but I would of course certify them like I do all funds.
Mhm.
And then the court would approve at that point in time whether or not to put that in the Texas Class Precinct 1 fund account.
Okay, so that's my motion.
I'll second that motion. It makes sense to put it into an account to draw interest if it's just sitting there. All in favor? All opposed?
3-2.
Thank you.
Certified revenues, golf course and sheriff's department.
Okay, golf course, we received $1,500 from TAC on that damage to the electrical pole that we had a little while back. So there's that, and there's a budget amendment placing that into the golf course, capital expense line to help cover that cost of that. Then the sheriff's department, I'm certifying an additional $23,535 in, sheriff prisoner keep expense.
Judge, I make a motion to certify the revenue as presented.
All in favor? Approval of line item transfers and budget amendments.
There are no one-on transfers. There are 3 budget amendments. First one is sheriff line expense. It's the SB 22 funds that he received, $350,000 specifically for this one-time grant money. This is placing that in there. He's turning in the final invoice today that uses up the remainder of that $350,000 that he received. The second one is the Fund 29 permanent improvement and maintenance for the well and sprinkler system.
Sprinkle?
Yes.
Sorry, I misspelled maintenance on it, so.
Oh, well, she's always talking about, she's always saying that. She can read my writing.
It's $25,000 funds to complete the irrigation system. And then the last one is to put the $1,500 that we just certified into golf course capital expenses of $1,500.
Judge, I make a motion to approve the budget amendment as presented.
All in favor? All right, pay bills.
The payables is $852,607.91.
Pay the bills.
All in favor? And we will adjourn.
Wow. Dan, can you sign this one? This is the final bill for that great, and whatever, the Z-Rock stuff.
Oh, yes.